Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and include any extraneous material on the subject of this special order.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, we have 4 legislative days left in 2025, 17 days total. This is our last chance to prevent 22 million people from seeing their health insurance premiums double or even triple, and for some to see their health insurance premiums spike beyond their ability to pay when the enhanced premiums tax credits expire on December 31st. An estimated 5 million people will find that they can no longer afford those premiums and will lose their coverage altogether. For the past month, the Congressional Black Caucus has told stories on this floor of our constituents who will be impacted by this body's failure to act. Restaurant owners, beauticians, barbers, landscapers, florists, mediators, chiropractors, restaurant owners, funeral directors, farmers, small business owners, their employees, gig workers, the self-employed, and more. We've told stories of people worried about how they're going to pay that unexpected bill if they get sick or injured, if they lose their health insurance. We have 4 days to prevent that from happening. Last week, the Senate failed to act. The administration doesn't even seem to have a concept of a plan, so it's up to the House. Leader Jeffries has a discharge petition open right now to extend the credits. We need just 4 Republicans to sign on. Last week, Punchbowl News reported that Speaker Johnson is planning a long process to fix health care, saying he anticipates working on health care through the second quarter of next year. But open enrollment ends on January 15th, a month from today. And those new premiums will take effect on January 1st, 17 days. You know who can't wait for the Speaker's process? My constituent, Lester Johnson, co-owner with his wife of Mama J's Restaurant. They and their daughter rely on the Affordable Care Act, paying about $700 a month for their premiums in 2025. But without the enhanced premium tax credits, their bill is going to go up to more than $1,400 a month. And many of his roughly 40 employees are going to see their premiums spike as well. It's a lot of money for people, Lester said. And not knowing what the price is going to be because of a stalemate in Congress adds uncertainty. Everybody's feeling the anxiety. Lester's not sure what he's going to do. I've told stories of constituents in Virginia who found a plan they could afford, but with higher deductibles. And so they're worried. I guess they say they're just going to wrap themselves in bubble wrap and hold their breath. But bubble wrap doesn't help you when you're in a car accident. Bubble wrap doesn't help you when you get sick. Bubble wrap doesn't help you if you end up going into premature labor and having to pay an average of $70,000 a day for NICU stay. Rather than addressing the premium cliff, House Republicans have put forth a reckless plan that will put millions more Americans' health care coverage at risk. This new bill does nothing to lower costs for millions of Americans who are now facing skyrocketing health care premiums. The bill is full of recycled failed ideas from previous efforts to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. It fails to extend vital enhanced premium tax credits, forcing more than 22 million Americans to pay, on average, twice as much to buy the same health coverage they have today. As I said, an estimated 4 to 5 million could become entirely uninsured, and everybody else will pay higher health care costs. This proposal increases premiums for millions of Americans by funding cost-sharing reductions, causing hundreds of thousands of people to become uninsured, and expands so-called association health plans that put comprehensive and affordable health care for small businesses and workers at risk. This has been a centerpiece of Republican attempts to repeal the Affordable Care Act for a decade. Doesn't work. The plan also creates a backdoor ban on abortion and reproductive health care. Republicans have shown they have no agenda to address health care affordability and access. As Americans stare down notices that their health care costs will increase by tens of thousands of dollars in just 2 weeks, Republicans are cramming through legislation that kicks them while they're down. Americans will suffer without the Affordable Care Act's enhanced premium tax credits, and yet Republicans still haven't put forward a clean plan that will provide relief. Instead, they're putting on political theater with an unserious vote on an amendment that will undermine the ACA that their leadership intends to see fail. This 11th hour half-baked plan isn't even feasible to implement. Earlier this year, Democrats urged Republicans to extend the tax credits, fearing for those Americans whose costs were about to skyrocket. But instead, Republicans spent their time cutting $1 trillion from the health care system. This fall, Americans began receiving their notices that their health care premiums would skyrocket, and Republicans stood idly by. Now we are just 2 weeks away from the expiration of these tax credits, and this half-baked plan isn't gonna cut it. Mr. Speaker, I'd now like to yield to the gentleman from Louisiana, Representative Troy Carter.